Hey fellow viewers, and welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you everything new added in this new update alongside how to use the new customization and where to find it. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alrighty, here is the new changelog. So first off, little announcement, I've been really busy with life as of late. Haven't had much time to work on the game. When I've been able to work on the game, I spend a good portion of the time working on fleshing out faraway places. This way I can really tie into more than just cool looking stuff, making it truly environmental storytelling. This little update only has a tiny bit of that, but very excited to do a ton of that later in the update. Next we have additions, the long awaited character remake. Now you can find a mirror in the conceived manor that will allow you to rewrite your history as well as places outside of the manor for not so time-long shifting adjustments, as new faces, reworked how voices work, and a new couple ones, new pot colors and new designs, new makeup looks, and a couple of new signs located in deep stomach for helping you find stuff quicker. Rework, pot color and detail color are now separate. Pretty cool beans. Both Snail, Snilled, and Wyvern have special creation screens, so no more rolling makeup, pot designs, or beards, and no more weird chat tag box for hair IDs. And then for fixes, weapons now adjust properly to its body size, and ragdoll related manner stuff should work now. Before, ragdoll wasn't really working when the update dropped. And then we have a bunch of combat stuff. I'm not gonna really get into that because that is so much gosh darn freaking crap. But that is basically the change logs for now. Anyways, I'm gonna show you how to get to the new mirror in the conceived manner. So let's get to that. Alrighty, so I'm gonna really quickly show you a quick way to get to the manor, and then you can find the mirror. So follow where I. Alright, now when you're in the manor, you're going to find this mirror behind Pembroke's little shop. You're going to click on it and click yes. And then introducing the customization. Now then, here's how it works. You can, spin your guy around, or you can click these arrows. This is where you can change your skin tone. So if I wanted to be, vanilla, pale purple, pale black, pale lavender, green, red, yada yada, it's all here. Alongside that, you can choose your history, which is aka your sub race, which basically sub races, like pot or ragdolls. Pretty cool stuff. Let me go back to my good old tan. Where is that at? Boom. And here is where you can change your faces. So here's some new faces. You might notice some new ones. I won't. I'll show all of them. So, you can look at these. They're pretty cool. And right here is the voices. Now check this out. You can now equip any voice you want in the game. Now, you can also change the pitch. Check this out. So if you want to change the pitch to your voice, you can do that. It's pretty cool. Now, I want to go back to my good old one, which is that one. All right, and then this is where you can put in your, your hair ID, or you can just, wear your avatar one. So you can see that's how it works. And then lastly, down here is where you can change, like your beard. You can have like a beard, then another beard, and then another beard. You can also drag it. It's pretty cool. And then lastly, this is where you finalize. You click affirm, and then it'll take you back. Let me now show you what it's like for pots. So when you use pot or ragdoll, you're gonna see a little question mark. So for pots here, you can choose what kind of pot shape you want. And then you can choose the color you want. There's some new colors like clay, dark hazel, I've got ivory, green finally, thank goodness. And with this, like I said, covering the patch notes, you can now indirectly change the pattern design. So if I wanted to have a green pot with a yellow design, I can now have that. And that's pretty gosh darn freaking cool. And then for ragdolls, it's also pretty cool. If we go right here, you can randomize the damage that happens to you. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch this. So you can also click this to take off your armor. So basically, to randomize your damage, you can basically randomize where your little dude takes damage at. So I want a funny one that looks like I'm getting destroyed. Perfect. Oh wait. Perfect. My jaw's gone, and a lot more stuff. But yeah, you can basically do this to randomize the damage. And obviously, here's some new new ragdoll faces. This is my personal favorite of the bunch. Got some of these. It's also the same. We also got some new faces for the pot. Forgot the completely mentioned that. Let me go to faces. So we got, where they at? We got Hollow, no, not Dreamy. We got Evident, Condescending, whatever, Curious, Peaceful, and Shock. I like Shock. Shock is pretty funny. And then, like I said, you can press Affirm, and it takes you back to where you were. And this is how you basically customize yourself in the new update. Now then, with this update, there's also new face paintings. So, let me show you how to get to that. Alrighty, so you go to the barber, then you go click sure, and then you click I'm ready. Then you go in there. Anyways, so basically, if you want to change like your pot or your face makeup, basically you're going to the barber, click on, and you can change like your face. This is where you can change like your pot detailing. So, for example, I am actually wearing one of the new ones, which is Markings, and then we got Iron Seas, and then we got Filled, and then we got Dots, and then lastly we got Zigzag. These are the new pot designs. They're pretty cool beans. Let's now go to the human ones. Alrighty, here are the new face markings. So first off, we got Eye, which kind of looks like Sukuna's markings from Jujutsu Kaisen. Pretty cool. Next, we got my favorite, Half. I look like Two-Face. We have triangles, also pretty cool. We have heavy red blush, heavy natural blush, circles, because why not? And then we got drops, pretty cool. And then we also got red blush, natural blush, this one. Cloud makeup now matches with every face, so pretty cool. And I think Freckles is new. It's just updated, but yeah, that's all of the brand new stuff added in the update. I hope you guys enjoyed this little quick video. As always, have a good old day and drink some gosh darn water. Bye bye. Wee!